Good day, TF2 people. Hope you're all doing wonderful. Right, so it's been about 10 days since the Summer 2023 update came out, and I hope you've been enjoying it. Of course, holiday-sized update, so wasn't exactly like a new campaign and whatnot. It was just literally new maps, a new game mode, which nice, but it's been on community servers for ages. But anyway, moving on. There was still a whole bunch of content to buy, by order to be precise. And this is what the focus of this video is going to be talking about, all the new content that came out that we could buy, the financial perspective that is. And yeah, we're going to be talking about some of the successes I've had, some of the fails I've had, and just talking about some of the effects that were introduced and whatnot. So sit back and relax, I shall talk. Now, as I said, holiday-sized update, Mr. Twisted Fire wasn't very impressed. But, you know, it was better than the usual summer updates or summer updates that we've had before. There was nothing before, wasn't there? 2022, 2021, 2020, absolutely nothing. But this, it still felt like it was a fair bit more. Could it have been better? Sure. But what you got to realise is this is going on for 2 months, and we didn't see any community fixes being implemented, did we? I wouldn't be surprised if we see maybe another, not as big update, but they might be implementing a whole bunch of fixes at some point over the course of the next few weeks. Something to look forward to, I hope. But yeah, this whole event is going on until September, halfway through September. So do be aware of that. And do be aware that, of course, at the beginning of October, we will be having Halloween. So there's still more things to look forward to. Every year from now on, we should now realise that there's 3 notable updates for TF2 now. Summer, Halloween, and Christmas. And that, of course, means limited time unusual effects for those 3 events as well. So keep that in mind. We're still on the hunt for God tier effects, hopefully. And we'll be talking about cases in a second, won't we? So, yeah. So, whilst you might not be super impressed, we still have Halloween around the corner. But then again, Halloween's just kind of been the same over the past few years, hasn't it? So, fair bit awkward with that as well. But yeah, for what it was, in terms of content, I was sated. I was whelmed. And I should probably talk about what happened. So, on the day that the update came out, SteamDB Discord pinged me. Now, if you aren't fully aware of what SteamDB is, let's just hop over to here. SteamDB is a website that keeps track of all the games on Steam. Here we have TF2. And it actually has a special Discord that will ping you if you've set it. So if I go over to here, ping rolls, where are you? Right here. It will ping you when an update's coming out for the Valve games if you've selected it. And that exactly happened to me. And in the video over here, you can see at the very beginning, I was surprised to see it was happening. So when I could see with the patch notes, which you can see here, so if I go to this, and then what was it, July 12th? Yep. All the new content was coming out. I could read it all. I could grab the names. I could prepare my build links. I could attack. And that's exactly what I did. Was I the fastest? Probably not. Was I fast enough? I'm pretty sure I was. And I feel like down the line, I very likely will be successful in buying a whole bunch of stuff, and I already am. So, one thing I should quickly point out, my hypothesis in the fact that, well, because we reached 254,000 players at one point, how many of them were bots? Because if you can remember, let's hop over to here, yeah. When a new case appears in TF2, for a good few hours, the case will sell for a few dollars. Essentially, free money. And what happens is there are a lot of people out there that have many bot networks. They have many accounts that they can quickly fire up and then idle in TF2. And they will idle in TF2 until they get the new case, or rather cases, and then they'll trade them to a single account, and then that single account will sell all the cases, printing free money essentially. But it was very weird because you actually saw that happen in this video as well. And it was selling them to me for 3 pennies a piece, when they're still selling for like 30 pennies a piece. Regardless, it's clearly something that influenced this. I wouldn't be surprised if 50 to 100,000 players were actually idle bots. Because the very second that these cases went down all the way to 3 pennies each, yeah, they disappeared, didn't they? But still, over the course of the few days that the update first came out, it was trending. This game was sitting at around 150 to 200,000 people playing, which was very nice. But unfortunately, in-game we still have actual aimbots and whatnot. That problem persists. When I finished doing all of my builders on the day the update came out, I decided to quickly hop in and play a quick game or two. Guess what? It was only bots. I was on European servers. It was quite late, so I guess that's all that was left. It was quite unfortunate, so that kind of sucked. I should also point out, so I managed to get these and these. I actually did a barter in this, didn't I? I did a barter in this. I managed to pick up 100 of them. I only sold like 30. I forgot about all the other ones I had. Yes, this did go down to 3 cents literally after a few hours. And stupid me forgot to sell all of them. I still made a profit. It looks like I sold 38 of them, and I did sell them for about 30 cents each. But yeah, I still walk away with a profit, but I got 62 of these now stuck in my inventory. I'd rather not have that. And I should also say, I did buy a few of these. However, the price that I had them at, it got down to it pretty quickly, and I thought, you know what, just to be safe, I'm going to remove the buy order, because I requested like 700 of them. But if you could just quickly see over here, so the case price did go down pretty quickly, but then when the bots are all finished and done, they've sold their cases and they stop, the price of this case actually went back up a fair bit, went up to about 30 cents just literally a day later. So even though it got down to about 14, 15 cents American initially, it did go back up to about 30 cents for a good day, and then it went back down again afterwards, because you get 2 cases a week, don't you? The first case is usually very quick to get, and the second case you normally have to play quite a significant amount just to be able to get it. So that essentially happened, and well, something for you to be aware of when the Halloween case appears in a good couple months. So yep, that happened, and of course we were keeping an eye on the likes of the Tough Break and the Crimson Cash cases, because we were under the assumption that when the new content was going to come out, we were going to see Summer having its own limited time unusual effects. Guess what? That exactly happened. And we did see a very nice spike in demand for this case, but it did not last. No, it did not. So this has now gone back down to the price it was selling for before the summer update came out. What happened was, on the day that the update came out, big spikes in demand, spike in price, very nice. But when we got to about 75 cents, and you can still kind of see it here, there was a lot of cases being listed. There was massive walls, high quantity walls that killed the momentum, and then it went backwards and went back down in price again. So unfortunately, with all the new effects that we got with this summer update, none of them are god tier. Sucks. It is what it is. But we still have the likes of Halloween and Christmas to look forward to. So yeah, might not have been this time, but it still did go up in price very nicely. If you sold at the right time, you'd probably have walked away with a decent profit. But it just wasn't meant to be. So yeah, they're back down to the prices that they were selling at before, but their quantities have also gone down. So with the likes of the Crimson Cash case, definitely also going to be one of the best cases to open when new content appears, new limited time unusual effects. This has an 80% chance of getting an all-class unusual hat, so this is actually trending down very, very nicely. Over the past 12 months, this has lost a significant amount of quantity. So if you're still looking for something to potentially be a nice, slow but long-term investment, I still reckon this is still a good thing to hold on to. I've got a good couple thousand of these. I think it's going to be moving up quite nicely as time goes on. We, of course, as I said, still have Halloween to look forward to. So, yeah. Now then... Well, the effects, it was unfortunate. Like, they were good. They were also quite old. I think we should probably talk about that. So, with the workshop, as you can see here, we were actually keeping an eye on all the new things. So, do you remember this video? Prepare for the summer. Vote now. At the beginning of May, I made this video and I spoke to people and I said, look, here's a good showcase. Oh, look, hey, that taunt was accepted, wasn't it? Haha. But main point was I was trying to sit here and say, guys, you've got to go for the workshop. You've got to show your support for some of these new, for all the new content and whatnot. And do you know what the real funny thing was? We did see a few of the effects being accepted from that new recent batch, because you got to remember, Valve outright put a blog saying, we want all of you content creators, skin creators, you name it, unusual effect makers, we want you all to make some new content. A good 10% of all the new content that was added for summer 2023 was that new content. They picked out a lot of old stuff. Maybe 10% is a bit harsh, maybe about up to 30%. But I want to show you all of this. So here is the jellyfish field. nice and colourful. Congratulations to all the people that got their stuff accepted, by the way. But yeah, I saw a good few jellyfish unusual effects, and I'm very happy to see one of them being accepted. Very nice. That came out this year. And then you have this. This came out this year. Bit goofy, but yeah, you need some silly effects like this being accepted every now and then, especially with new content. So this was made this year. Then you get over to here. This was also made this year. Very nice, straight to the point, perfectly fine. Good stuff, good stuff. And yep, this was also a new one. This was made this year, and thank you very much for appearing on my stream, Lofodus. It was very nice to meet you. I thought this actually stood a good chance of being God tier, but appears people don't seem so. High tier at the very least, though. Very nice animated effect. But then we move over to here. This was made last year. Still very nice effect. Nothing wrong with it. People are thinking of good hat setups to use with it and whatnot, because it's pretty goofy for what it is. But then we move over to here. This was made for the Mayan update. That was 6 years ago. Sure. So that was a bit goofy. And then we got the Fireflies unusual effect. Guys, this was submitted 8 years ago, and it was accepted. Huh. What? Well, you know what? Congratulations, Mr. Soul. You waited a very, very, very long time. I hope you're still active. I hope you're still active because, yeah, that was 8 years ago. It's not a very high tier effect, but hey, that's a pretty nice story to see. I'm just wondering, is he still active? You never know. He might have disappeared. He might have got a family and whatnot. He might be surprised at his bank account. But anyway, then we also had the likes of the Taunt unusual effects. So, yep, this was made this year. Pretty cool. This was made 2 years ago. Yep, here we go. This was made 3 years ago, but it's ever so nice and colourful. Good job there. Diva Dan. I know you. Yeah, and everybody else, of course, as well. This was made 4 years ago. Nothing wrong with it. But the real funny thing was this. I haven't mentioned this yet, but I'll be talking about this in a second. Yeah, this was made 7 years ago. So imagine all those people who made plenty of very nice effects and whatnot, and then they see all the old stuff being picked instead. I don't know. I do not know. I could probably go through all the cosmetics as well, but I've only got a certain amount of time. I mean, I've been talking for 12 minutes already. So, yeah, that happened. Bit goofy, but it is what it is. So, I should probably start talking about some of the purchases I was successful with, and let's go do that. So, back over to here, I just want to show off the likes of this. So, when new unusual taunts and unusualifiers appear, I will normally do 2 buy orders. One that's going to hopefully last for a long time and pick up them at a cheaper price but still be able to sell them at a decent price afterwards. And then I'll do a stronger buy order that might go up to about $20. And this is exactly what this is. £16 my currency at the moment is about $20. I bought the new Road Rager Unusual Taunt with the Flopping Frenzy. So, the piranhas we just saw. I bought that. Now, because it was absolutely brand new and people weren't really sure what it was actually worth, sold it for a very nice price. I sold that for about, the price he paid for was about $60 to $65. So I made a very good profit there, didn't I? Of course, tax obviously took away a lot of it, but anyway, moving on. I'm happy with that. So yeah, this is something that you need to be aware of in the future, maybe for the Halloween update. Try and actually go for it. Put down a very decent price, because things like this do happen. And, next to nobody is aware of what to offer or what to sell these at. But I know, because I have done this before. You can list them for quite a high price, and you might actually sell it. And that's exactly what happened there. So overall, I must have made there about $35, $40 profit there. Very good. So with the likes of unusual hats and unusual taunts, you've got to just metaphorically put those buy orders out. Cast that fishing line. Cast loads of lines and see what happens. You might get a bite and might be able to quickly flip it. You get the idea. So profits can be made with TF2 still. You've just got to learn from things like this. And of course, for the likes of Unusualifiers, I bought the Killer Signature right here. Bought it for about $10. And then I sold it for about $22. There, yeah, because it's brand new. Because it's brand new, it is actually worth quite a lot. But the one thing that we need to be aware of is, right now, the only unusual effects we can get for the hats and the taunts are the summer update taunts and effects, unusual hat effects and taunt effects. When we finish this summer update, halfway through September, we're going to go back to the default normal effects and whatnot. That will kill the value of all the unusual taunts, and it will kill the value of the unusualifiers. Please be aware of this, because if you don't keep an eye on those barders that you have, you might notice one day you've been dumped on. That's happened to me plenty of times, all right? So those stronger barders that you have, you might want to consider removing them, because once people get like Silver Cyclone Road Rager taunt, they're probably going to sell for like $8 or something. That's not high, is it? And then you'll see the likes of these Unusualifiers going down to maybe like $6. So be prepared, right? Be prepared. I've warned you. And just for an extra silly thing to mention, I bought a Sunbeams Played Lad for $20. How much is that worth? Does anybody know? That's not a hat that came out this year. That was from the previous. I think it was it Christmas or Halloween. I don't remember. I'm pretty sure that's worth more than $20. So if anybody's curious and wants to offer something, feel free to say. Moving on. So I feel like I should probably move on to talking about all the taunts here, the prices. I can show you what I did. So what you see here on this account was my long-term lower price buy order. This is equal to about $8. So 2 Fort Tango, what price are you currently selling for? The highest buy order right now is equal to $21, and this price is probably that's probably about $40 at the moment, that there. Right, cool. However, you might notice something. This ends on July 15th. What's going on? Well, it turns out this was actually initially spelt wrong. In fact, I need to remove this buy order because this is a dead link. This was the first market listing page. This is the new one. Because initially this was spelt TUE for 2 Fort rather than the actual spelling of TEU. So that was fixed. But because this page already existed before the fix, this still persists. But if anybody were to list their 2 Fort Tango Unusualifier right now, right, it will automatically go over to here. So let's just close that now. That should not exist. I guess that's the reason why I brought that on. I completely forgot I had these 2 pages. Well, our lesson was learned. This can happen. So I know it fixed the spelling on that previous page, but that initially was TUE. It since got fixed, but this was the new fixed page. So please just understand that, all right? So you might see some cheaper ones now. So, right, the cheapest ones here are selling for $30 each. And the highest buy order right here is about $20. All right, cool. But you can see that the most recent sale is July 23rd. I can confirm it is July 23rd. So, yeah, there we go. That's nice. That's cool. So I did a long-term buy order here equal to about $7 to $8. Yep. This will get cheap eventually. For a second buy order, I used this account over here. Is this it? Yep. So if we quickly go down and look at my buy orders, yeah, you can see a whole bunch of unusual hats here and whatnot. There's Killer Joke here. So I think I did like a $20 buy order there, about $20. And the highest buy order here is equal to about, come on, do it in USD. Yes, that's $26 there. Cheapest price is selling between $45 to $50 there. So yeah, I put a higher price. Killer Joke is the taunt, the all-class unusual taunt where they just beat the drums. Dun-dun-dun, that's what it is. So yeah, for the likes of this account over here, I did a stronger buy order on all of the Unusualifiers and the unusual taunts. So yeah, Road Rager right here. This was the account that managed to buy that Road Rager that I sold for about $60. Well, my buy order is about $20, isn't it? And you can see the highest buy order right here is $22.50. The cheapest one of these at the moment is about $40. So that's just a little strategy that I do with the likes of me when I do my buy orders and whatnot. So cool. First buy order, treat it as the long-term lower price buy order. And then for the second buy order that you do, the more risky, but hopefully better chance in actually buying them, offer. So yeah, this is Killer Joke, Unusualifier. I think I went a bit too cheap on my price, but this of course is still the long-term price. And remember what I said, even though this is fairly high price right now, the very second that the summer unusual limited time effects are gone, we're going to only have the default effects, and that's definitely going to kill the value of the likes of all the new unusual taunts and the Unusualifiers. So, yeah, just be prepared for that and keep an eye on your buy orders. So, here are the taunts, and we've kind of already talked about this. Long-term price about $6 there, long-term price about $6.50 there, and yeah, they're doing quite all right. $20 there, well, 22 to be precise. That's about $20 there. Yeah. So, very nice, very cool. Look, how about we talk about the likes of the hats? Yes. So, let's go over to here. Oh, that's war paints. We'll worry about that in a second. So, we got a whole bunch of unusual hats and whatnot, didn't we? So, at the moment, the cheapest one is Unusual Blast Bowl, selling for about $20, and then Firestalker's currently selling for about $30. Yeah, very nice. They're somewhat expensive. They're new. They are only dropping the new unusual effects. Very nice. However, please do not forget, when the summer event ends, we're going to have the default effects appearing as well. And, well, if you get bubbling or smoking or any other rubbish effect, it's going to definitely cause the prices of these to go down. Now, you know, more specifically, for the likes of the ones with decent effects, like the new effects, so this has, well, maybe not fireflies, but what about Bubble Breeze, I guess, or, no, come on, let's find a bit of a better one. Sakura Smoke Bomb, we'll go with that. So, like, Sakura Smoke Bomb, something like that will retain value. But because we're going to see a lot of these with, like, smoking and bubbling and whatnot, it's going to absolutely kill the buy orders. So if you have a fairly high-priced buy order, keep an eye on it, because if you don't remove it fast enough, you're probably going to be the person who gets dumped a smoking blast bowl. But I'll be honest, smoking on this might actually work well. Maybe bubbling, or nuts and bolts or something like that. So that's what can kill the value in terms of buy orders. But the hats with actual good effects that have come out with this event, they should still retain their value somewhat, unless more and more of them have been opened. So, yeah, you get the idea. So, whilst these all look very valuable at the moment, when we get the default effects, it will kill their prices. They will all go down, unfortunately. And we are still waiting for some unusual hats to appear. Strange Unusual Cranium Cover, Strange Unusual Hazard Handler, Unusual Brother Man. I'm surprised that still hasn't appeared. Can it be unusual? I think so. I'm not sure. That one might not be unusual. Probably, I don't know. And of course, Strange Unusual Full Metal Helmet. Still haven't seen that, but I do believe we've actually had the likes of the Unusual Full Metal Helmet. Yes, you do exist. You are the elite grade, all class, unusual hat, and you've got buy orders going all the way up to $300 because, of course, it's very rare and valuable to see. But the very second we see default effects, it very likely could kill the likes of these higher buy orders. You get a nuts and bolts one. Okay, cool. So war paints are something that we can have a bit of a discussion about, because whilst all the war paints themselves are finished now, they've all appeared. Even the unusual ones, they're all done. All the strange ones, they're all done. We've put buy orders down on all of them. There might be some strange unusual ones that are still yet to appear, but I'm not going to sit around and wait for that. So all the war paints, whether they're from Battle Scar to Factory New, for every single different paint, we've already done our buy orders on them. However, people are still yet to completely use them. What do I mean by that? So, what do we have over here? This is the secretly serviced Factory New war paint skins, or rather weapons, because what I'm specifically searching is everything that is secretly serviced, but also Factory New. And you might notice as I go through all of these right now, I've got buy orders on all of them. Yes, I do. So what I did was I compared the price of the war paint. So I looked at that. This is currently selling for about $3. Highest buy order price is currently $2. So I looked at that and I thought, you know what? Okay then. Every war paint, or rather war paint weapon that is Factory New, I'm going to offer up to $1. And yeah, that's essentially what I've done. And you can see some people here trying to sell them at a higher price. I don't think that's going to happen. But if I did buy this, I could probably try my best and see if I could sell it for about $2 or $3. Bit sneaky, but it does work. It does work. It does work. Oh, yes, it does. Trust me. Oh, look, here's a brand new. Okay, so Jag. It's not that colourful, is it, though? Shut up, phone. Well, you know what? Why not do a buy order just to show off? How about we do something like 30 pennies? We'll do that. So, 30. We'll ask for 2, and there we go. There we go. Yeah. Oh, I'm going to sneeze. Strange things are going on all at the same time. So, yeah. Next to nobody would have been aware that that's appeared. But I've done it. So this is something that you can still put your money towards. You can still put buy orders down on all of the new war paints that have been turned into weapons. Yes, and they do get bought and they do sell, and you can make some very good profits with it. So, yeah, secretly serviced minigun. But you might notice by now I'm only looking at the blue grade secretly serviced. So how about we go take a look at the likes of the Sky Stallion Warpaint weapons. Yes, we have a few weapons here. Now, of course, I have Sky Stallion Scattergun right there. Let's go take a look at you. And you've only got 2 buy orders, one at about 50 cents and one at... Oh, actually, I could just turn it to American. So 54 cents and 80 cents. Huh. So you're field tested. So do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to look at the field tested Warpaint. This is currently selling for around $2 plus. Let's go see. So that's about $2 plus. Highest buy order at the moment is currently $1.70. Maybe I could go over there and do a $1 buy order, maybe. I'm not too fussed about this one, though, so I'm probably just going to leave it. But yeah, just keep an eye on all of them. All you have to do is search for the literal name of the war paint, Sky Stallion. I now look at all the Sky Stallion. And because it's elite grade, there's hardly any of them, and hardly any of them have actually used them. I don't have to specify to look at factory new. When I go over to here for the likes of the blue grades, I have to specifically search for the likes of strangers and factory news and whatnot, just to specifically go for ones that I think are actually valuable. Because when it comes to the regular war paint weapons, I only go for factory news, and when it comes to strangers, I only really go for like field tested minimal wear and factory new. And with the likes of Pacific Peacemaker, I'm not noticing anything brand spanking new. That's fine. What about if I just press X here to clear that up, and then I'll search for factory new. Let's go see if anything new's popped up. And Scorch Shot, we got a Pacific Peacemaker right there. Scattergun, I've probably already done a buy order new. There's a few of these that already exist. Yeah, I only offered 20 pennies because the actual war paint itself isn't selling for much. 43 pennies my currency. But I'll just take a quick look, see if there's... Yeah, we got a strange one here. Strange factory new. Do we have a strange factory new war paint? So that's selling for about $6, $6.50. And this is listed at a higher price. But the buy orders, yep, people have already attacked. So, yes, and I've already attacked. You can try your best. And eventually one day you very likely will buy them. And you can probably flip it for maybe double the price. So, yeah, just search for all the names... And if you want to specify, look for factory news. There we go. That's all the factory new team serviced. Or instead, look for all of the strangers, for example. There we go. That's how you do it. It's not hard, but these are the things that you can still potentially make a profit out of. That is factory new. Hello, what's this? What price are you selling for? Only 2 buy orders. Ooh, okay, then you know what? I'm a little bit curious. Now, if you want to kind of be quick with all of this, you can just edit in. So see how this is scattergun, or I could just type in war space paint. Remember to capitalize. Enter. I can just quickly go over to here. Here's the war paint. Ta-da! And right now, this is selling for about... that's selling for about $18. Highest buy order at the moment is about $14 there. So this is about $18. This is about $14 as in the highest buy order. Go back. Here's back to the weapon. You know what? Maybe I'll go put down like something like this. Yeah, there we go. Quick buy order. There we go. I feel like that war paint very likely will retain its value over the time. And yeah, sneaky buy order. Because if I buy that, that'll be about $8 to $9. I reckon I can flip it and maybe get double my money. Yeah, potentially. So, yeah, maybe. Do I know you? I think I do. I think I know who it is. But yeah, that's just something that could be interesting for you if you missed out on quite a lot of the buy orders. There's a lot of interesting things that can appear. Business class is definitely something that seems to be quite in demand. The factory new war paint still selling for about $9 each. And has anybody... well, I could look this way, or I could specify. Show me all of the factory news. And the answer is... yeah, we've got a sniper. We've got a grenade launcher now. Oh, hang on a minute. Are you brand new? Yes, you are. Okay, so if the war paint's selling for about $9, I'm probably going to sit here and offer... Let's go for $4. There we go. There we are. Ice buy order. There we go. And that's the grenade launcher. That does get used a lot. So there's a decent chance that that would sell for a higher price. Yeah, I reckon I could sell it for a higher price. We shall see how it goes, yes. So, yeah, that's basically it. Maybe a quick look at the likes of the Strangers. Yes, no, maybe. Let's go take a look. And only the sniper. What about Deadly Dragon? Oh, look, we got an unusual one there. Oh, that's cool. It's very expensive. Yeah, we got a strange specialized factory, I've already done a buy order. So that's about $10, and someone offered about $30. Ooh, okay then. There you go. People have attacked. We'll see what happens eventually down the line. But yes, a specialized weapon will be a completely new entity, so that's another thing that you can buy order. So there's plenty of things that you can still potentially buy order. You've just got to search for it. So of course we have the likes of Secretly Serviced, Pacific Peacemaker, Team Serviced, Bomb Carrier, show yourself. Don't be shy, show yourself. There we go. Steel Brushed. We, of course, have Mechanized Monster. Show yourself. We, of course, also have the likes of Warborn, Business Class, Deadly Dragon, and Sky Stallion. And if I were to take a look at my listings, I do believe... Oh, I didn't mean to click that. Don't go to that. Damn it. If we go to all of my listings, I do believe I bought one quite recently. Oh, there we go. Bomb Carrier. I've got that. I've got that. I've got this... and I bought a Warborn earlier, factory news. So I'm trying to sell them for more money that I bought them for. Will I? I feel confident that I will. And little by little, bit by bit, I do make my profits. And it's nice and good. And yeah, all of these unusual hats and whatnot, I bought for very cheap in the past. So yeah, summer, you were pretty good. I like the summer. And every now and then I pick up something very random, but very nice and pricey. Do you know what? There's actually one more thing I could probably show off to you. I am very pleased with this. So with a extension called Steam Inventory Helper, I can show this very easily. So I'm going to go to Events, Sold, and then Show Me 100. Because quite some time back, and as you can see, I have been selling some unusual hats recently. Here we go. Where is it? Here we go. What is this right here? This right here was an unusual Oktoberfester. I believe that was Christmas. That was Christmas, wasn't it? Smismas? Probably was, yeah. Winter 2022. So that came out fairly recently, right? That had Scorching Flames. I bought that for $20. I sold it for about $110. So yeah, buy orders are a success if you know what to do, how to operate and whatnot. But if you are stupid like me and you don't sell your Unusualifiers or remove your Unusualifier buy orders fast enough, you'll have a lot of them dumped on you. I had to wait until this summer event to sell these for a decent price. Took a while, but I think I lost quite a fair bit of money because I bought these at too high of a price. I got dumped on. So you've got to be smart with your buy orders. You've got to be aware that when the default effects appear, that it's going to cause a lot of the unusual taunts and hats to go down in price, mainly on the buy orders. And if your buy order's still there and it's too high of a price, you very likely will be dumped on. So you've got to moderate yourself and moderate your buy orders. And that's that. That is that. I have enjoyed myself. I've made some good profits. I'm happy with it. Could it have been better? Sure, it could have been. But I made the best of it. And I hope you do too. Because again, this is going to last for 2 months. There still could be some more content on the way. I still think we're going to have a update that's dedicated to releasing all of the community fixes. Because we didn't get one, did we? And maybe they're holding back on it. Maybe they had to test all of them. That could be a case. But yeah, 254,000 people at one point. Quite a lot of them probably bots. TF2 seems to still be alive. People still seem to appreciate it, and it's a very nice thing to see. And it's a very nice amount of profit for me to make. Thank you for watching. Keep an eye out for Halloween. Yes, we are now anticipating Halloween. You could invest into cases and whatnot, sure. But I will always point out, I have this playlist right here. You will see this in all of my TF2 videos. TF2 investing playlist. Go look for all of this. Learn what you can. And for the Halloween update, you could be there to potentially put some buy orders down. And in the end, you too could also potentially make some very, very nice profits. Sound good? Thank you all for watching me. I greatly appreciate it. It was a nice bit of a journey, wasn't it? ever since we were talking about when the announcement for the update came out, and then of course looking at all the new content that was appearing and whatnot, and trying to get everybody to take a look and whatnot. It was fun. And yeah, it was nice to see some of these things being accepted. Some of the things were quite goofy, but overall, people do seem to be somewhat happy. If only Valve did something about all the bots that keep aimbotting in the game. Hopefully one day. Overall, it was alright. So thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, have a lovely week, and keep an eye out for that new update, and keep an eye out for Halloween. Best of luck to all of you. Have fun, and yeah, see ya. Bye.